Hello everyone, welcome back to The Media Couple. I'm Rory.
And I'm Sophie.
Where we break down the latest in film, TV and entertainment from an insider's perspective.
Yes, we do indeed. And today we are talking about the thing that I don't think we can get away from. It's everywhere. It's all over the news. It is the MasterChef debacle.
Yep, it continues.
It continues. I know we spoke about it last week, but more news has come out, more information has come out, and we just can't ignore it.
Absolutely. And to add to that, we're also going to talk about not as big of a scandal, but we're going to talk about what WeTransfer did in terms of their T's and C's and how that scared a lot of people.
Yep.
Rightly so.
Yeah. And at the very end, we also have a Rotten Tomatoes game.
That's it. I'm going for another winning streak.
You are. This week, it is themed around The Office.
Oh, even better.
So let's just get into it. Everything with MasterChef, everything that's going on there. A report on the behaviour of Greg Wallace was released this past week, and it substantiated 45 allegations made against him, including inappropriate sexual language and one incident of unwelcome physical contact. Mm-hmm. A further claim involving John Torode was also upheld, where allegations against him involved an extremely offensive racist term being used in the workplace. And as a result, John Torode and Greg Wallace's contract will not be renewed by Banijay or the BBC as a result of these reports, according to media sources.
Okay.
That's the bombshell news. Mm-hmm. So 45 allegations.
I mean, it's quite a big number. Yeah.
It's a huge number, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's actually something that shows it has been systemic, I would argue.
Yeah.
And I think it's important in this to also go through the timeline, because I think the timeline really speaks to what is wrong with these things. Why do we keep seeing these kinds of scandals come out? Yeah. This is not the first time we have seen something of this magnitude come out about a TV show or a TV program. There have been historically other ones. I mean, not to compare them directly because they are very different, but they are within the same world. The Harvey Weinstein Me Too scandal, everything that came out with that was the big one that broke it. And since then, we've had so many, to varying degrees, of issues that have come out about treatment or misconduct, inappropriate behaviour, and so on.
I mean, the BBC have had one quite close before. Think about what Jimmy Savile did.
Exactly. Anyways, so the timeline of this particular one, in November 2024, allegations against Greg Wallace were reported by BBC News. And then in December 2024, Banijay, who are the production company that make MasterChef, it's actually Shine that make MasterChef, but Banijay own Shine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yep.
They commissioned a law firm to investigate the allegations that were brought to light. If you remember as well, Rod Stewart made...
his wife went on MasterChef, didn't she?
Yes, exactly. So that sort of was what kind of blew it up, and also the reporting about it. But then it really made more headlines during that time when Rod Stewart sort of joined the conversation.
Yeah, he said that Greg Wallace was a bully or something like that, or bullied his wife, something along those lines.
Something along those kinds. I can't remember exactly what it was. But so that's sort of what happened towards the end of 2024. Okay. And obviously since then, Banijay, the investigation team that Banijay hired had been doing their investigation. Well, this week, which is why we're talking about it again, this week the report came out and it finalizes basically what the law firm had been investigating. They had heard 83 allegations and substantiated 45 of them. Okay. So that's over half. Yeah. Over half of the allegations. I think it's interesting when they commissioned the report.
Yeah, okay.
They commissioned the report after the news of the allegations were reported in the news. Mm-hmm. Yeah. After the news of the report. Yeah, I'm saying news one more time.
Wait a minute.
Right. Yeah. But their response to that is reactive. Yes. Their response isn't proactive. No. And I think that's where the problem lies, is the issue that we have is our industry isn't proactive in stopping this. They are reactive in stopping this. Mm-hmm. Every time a new scandal comes out, it's, we'll do everything we need to do, yet we'll change things.
We've launched an investigation.
Exactly. Yeah. But the problem is when is enough enough? At what point do we go, there's been so many of these, you can't keep saying I'm sorry.
No.
Right? And Banerjee are not by any means the ones who are the, worst or the best or anything.
No.
They are the current example.
Yeah.
Right? But I think it's that the question becomes, okay, well, if this happened on your watch, how many other productions have this kind of stuff happening?
And how many more are we going to see in years to come?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many other productions do we actually need to look into historically and see whether or not the ones that are still on the air now are, problematic? It's the trust, I feel like, is dying.
Yeah, it's diminishing every time allegations are brought out against in any form of the entertainment industry.
Exactly. There needs to be proactive accountability.
Yeah.
We can't, it's not enough to just sit and wait for these kinds of allegations to come out and wait for these reports to come out and go, oh yeah, so they did do it. Turns out they did, but okay, that happened back then.
Oh, sorry, our bad. We missed the boat on that one,
Yeah, there's only so many boats you can miss until it's like, no, you are just not anywhere near the ocean.
Yeah. You need to get on board this boat.
Yeah,
now. I completely agree with you. I think I like what you said there. Take the proactive approach now, right?
Yeah.
Too many of these things are coming out week on week, year on year, month on month. It's like too many of these things are coming out, and now is the time to start being like, right, we need to try and stop this bad behavior and make this better.
As a viewer, I don't know whether MasterChef comes back from this.
No.
To be completely honest.
No. It's a little bit of a confusing time for that show now, I think. And some very difficult decisions have to be made.
Yeah. I mean, how would you view MasterChef differently after everything that's happened? Even if, the new hosts come in and everything, how would you view it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it would make me a lot more uncomfortable because like you say, it's behavior that's been allowed to go on for nearly 2 decades.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately like sometimes talent get away with too much.
Well, that actually brings me to what I was going to say next, because I actually think that this speaks to a bigger problem in the industry. Last week we spoke about NDAs and silencing, but what it's protecting essentially is on-screen talent over crew.
Yeah.
That's what this example shows more than anything else, I think. We have a system that is set up where clearly on-screen talent are able to get away with behaving inappropriately on numerous occasions to crew members and other people and contestants, and they are protected and they are not investigated. By Banerjee's own statement, the measures that were in place were not robust enough. When a lot of these, now admittedly, they do have new systems in place that are more robust. However, to me, they allowed it to continue. They didn't self-report. I feel like this shows to me that we need a system and probably a regulatory body that actually independently oversees workplace culture on all productions.
Yeah.
Because clearly the production companies, the HR teams, the broadcasters who are currently self-policing can't do it.
No.
That's why we have all these issues coming out. That's why we have all of these problems and scandals that keep bubbling up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well, like there's no real guidance for these companies either, really. Like, it's kind of like, they sort of just go into things and they create things. And like you said,
do we need guidance on how to treat people fairly?
No, not at all. I'm just saying that, they're small teams. And I think having someone that was like an independent sort of adjudicator and reviewer would be a good thing for us all to look up to. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And follow those rules that are set out by them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree. Well, and I think that's the thing. There's precedent for this kind of thing. You look at child licensing and child actors, right?
Yeah.
Councils basically oversee and monitor the licensing of children to work on sets, their time. You have to have chaperones. You have specific rules and regulations around how long children are allowed to be on set, when they eat, and all those kinds of things. And the council monitor that.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can get in big trouble, obviously, if you do not follow the rules.
And the reason that was set up was because previously those things weren't in place.
Well, child actors were worked the same as adults, and sometimes even further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even now, there are still issues that come up
Yeah.
with the council oversight. There are still companies out there that try and, skirt and bend around the rules.
Of course, yeah.
Right, when working with children. But I think something like that, something similar in that vein where, bullying, toxic work culture, misconduct needs to be independent now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has to be, because we can't rely on these businesses to self-report. It's a conflict of interest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why would they? And I mean, ultimately, you think about all these kinds of scandals that have come out historically. Would anything have changed if journalists hadn't done the reporting?
Probably not, no. I think, and especially in this case, I think a show like MasterChef that's been on for so long with, the same team, the same talent, I think that would have just continued to run as normal. The show goes on.
Yeah.
There's a reason that saying exists.
Exactly. And I mean, you can think about it as well, like flip it round, right? For example, if Greg Wallace had been a crew member.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Would he still be in place?
Would have been a different story. Would have been
That's what I think. I agree. I don't think he would have. I mean, we can only speculate about what we think.
Yes, of course.
Right?
It's
So only our
opinion.
opinion.
Yeah.
But I do not think Greg Wallace, if he had been a crew member like a soundie or a camera operator or, a set designer and had behaved in the way that he is alleged to have behaved, I don't think that he would still be working in that industry.
No.
But somehow it's okay when it's talent.
Well,
and
they're the face. That's the thing.
But I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's the problem. You combine silencing TV crews with NDAs, with a culture that protects people who are the talent, ultimately, on screen. Mm-hmm. Here we go. We end up in a situation where we're going to have these things come out because it's unchecked. And there's nobody to check. Nobody to check up.
I think it's like what you said last week. You said it really well. Appropriating bad behavior, right? And that's what this is doing. It's like, well, that's just Greg. It's like, no.
Yeah, you're enabling it.
Not anymore. Like, that's what it needs to be. You know, like bring the rules in, put the law down a bit, and protect the people who help make these shows as well.
I also think if we had an independent body, it would restore a bit more trust for freelancers. I can only speak for myself, but if there was an independent regulatory body, I would feel much more comfortable, because that's the problem. It's like, well, why don't you report it? Why don't you report it? And it's like, well, because the same people who I'm reporting it to are also going to be hiring me for my next job.
Exactly.
And if I'm deemed difficult, and let's be honest, it's like, oh, well, no, we don't do that. Yeah, but
you say that.
But then how can I actually prove that you're not hiring me because I'm not difficult? I can't prove that. There's no way out. So it's so gray.
Yeah.
It's so, and I mean, even talking about this right now, this is something I was nervous about doing this episode because this is difficult.
It is.
Right?
And it's a hard conversation to have.
And we're being difficult by talking about this on a public platform. If at any point somebody wants to look us up and sees this episode, it's not going to be very well viewed.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to mention that, but I think it's important to talk about it, because if we don't talk about this, nothing changes. And I am not okay to just sit by and not talk about something that I think is really important.
Absolutely. And it's the only way that change does come, right?
Exactly.
So it's like all these people, who've come out about this, and all the people that will probably continue to come out and, voice what they've been through is the reason it evokes change. And that's the only way you can do it. And ultimately, all we're saying is you just need to protect people more. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. It's all we're asking for.
And be nicer to people.
Just be nice to people and protect people.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Anyways, so, that one's that.
So WeTransfer recently updated its terms and conditions, and they basically added language that said anything that you upload to our platform, we can use to train AI in a nutshell, basically. But it can be used, in full perpetuity, worldwide, unlimited usage, all of that, all the licenses and everything was agreed to them.
That's how it read, at least.
That's how it read initially. Yeah. To me, when I read it, I was a bit like, oh, wow, okay. Obviously, creatives and professional people were pretty worried when they read this, right? They were really worried, and WeTransfer, as you can imagine, faced immediate backlash, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, I'm cancelling, I'm leaving, I'm never using the platform
they
again.
also already updated.
Yeah, they did.
They updated
they upped their prices, didn't they?
and changed their pricing strategy
Dramatically.
massively. I remember, well, that's when we left.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like when they did that. And now they've gone and done this. It's like, guys, you're literally just running your own business into the ground here.
Yeah, company have come out since, and they denied any intention of using.
No, didn't they say something like, you didn't understand?
Yeah, it was. They blamed it on the general public. Basically, they blamed it on us. They were like, "Oh no, it's just you misinterpreted what I was saying."
No, we read it in black and white, baby.
Yeah, I just read it. Okay, but they obviously denied all of it, and they basically said that they had no intention of using users' data to train AI.
Then why write it into your terms?
Well, yeah.
Just in case.
But they've now reworded it.
Yeah.
So because of all the backlash and all the people leaving, they've reworded the clause to make it clearer. It was basically, it's due to come into effect around August 8th. As reported, yeah.
I mean, they've just lost trust.
Yeah.
Everybody's just going to be like, let's go to Swiss transfer. But I will read terms and conditions when it comes to work because of exactly issues like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to sign up to an agreement that I could, you wouldn't even be able to agree to an agreement like that. That's the thing. This WeTransfer terms and conditions, I wouldn't have been able to agree to because it would violate other contracts that we have in place.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
from a legal standpoint,
it's nonsensical that they would try and attempt to do this and try and attempt to do it in such a shady way. I don't know. It doesn't scream ethics to me.
And like you say, I find it interesting. It's almost like, they've completely lost like so many users just in one, as well. They're not saying it's a typo.
No,
they're saying it was just misinterpreted.
Yeah, again, rude. Guys, we can all read.
This is not a way to get your customers back.
Yeah, so now you're calling me dumb as well. Okay, thanks.
None of you lot can read.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, you just didn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I think you're the problem here.
Well, I'm glad we got that all out.
I know.
That's why we're no longer with them. Goodbye, WeTransfer.
Yeah, didn't like you as a business. Sorry. We're never working with WeTransfer, that's for sure. No. Oh dear. Right, Rotten Tomatoes. That's Office themed.
Let's do this. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what the Rotten Tomatoes game is, it is basically where I say a film name, Rory then tells me what he thinks the critics and the audience score is. I then tell him what they are. He's generally wrong. And we move on. So yeah, this week's theme is offices.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's been very office based.
Yeah, let's do this.
First one, best one in my opinion, The Devil Wears Prada.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yep. I think they're making
They are making a second,
which I'm so excited
about. The
about.
reboots continue.
And there's a show on Broadway. Oh no, the West End. It's West End. It's
West
here
End.
in London.
Great.
I was like, why did I think it was Broadway? No, there's a show here, The Devil Wears Prada, on West End. So it's very cool.
Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna try and guess now.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with audience score of 72.
Okay.
Critic score of 78.
Critically, 75. Audience, 76.
76. Oh, that's close.
Like I said, he always gets them wrong.
Hey, last week I won.
You got one
I won
right.
I won the game.
You got
I won
one right.
the whole game. I won life. So.
You got 1 out of 10 last week.
All right. Well,
normally you get 0 out of 10. Right. Anyways, next one. Horrible Bosses.
Horrible. Oh, that's a great film. I love that.
Jennifer
film.
Aniston,
It's
and that
amazing.
is brilliant. I love her in that.
Yeah, that's a good film. I'm going to go with audience score of 79.
Okay.
Critically 60.
Okay, critically got 69.
69.
Audience score 70.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it would do. I thought the audience would prefer it over the critics, definitely.
By 1%.
By 1%. Told you.
Next one, The Intern.
The Intern. Is that the Robert De Niro one?
And Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good film. That's a cute film.
I like that film.
That's a nice film. That's like a feel-good movie.
It is.
That's like, I'm a bit sad. I'm going to put that on.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I like that.
Easy watching.
Easy. Audience score, 79.
Yeah.
Critically, 81.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, critically, it got 60.
Oh, okay. It's quite bad.
Audience score 73.
I was just rooting for, those are 2 top actors.
Top actors.
I was like, come on.
All right.
Bring it home.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the battle of all the battles.
Really?
Okay.
Oh.
The Office US.
Oh.
That is a good show.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is good. Look, the origins always started here. Okay. I mean, the show was born off of the brilliant minds of Stephen.
We're
and
going
Ricky.
to the Office UK afterwards, so don't worry.
Oh, okay, fine.
That one's coming.
Okay, cool.
But I mean,
The US as a whole.
As a whole.
As a whole.
The whole series.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with audience score like 90.
Okay.
Critics score 85.
Okay. Critically, The Office US 81.
81. Okay.
Yeah. Audience 89.
89.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
strong.
it is good.
Because it ran for like 9 seasons or something. It was
Yeah.
a lot longer.
I think the seasons after Steve
Carell
left went quite as strong, but I can also understand why he left.
Yeah. Yeah. His time was done, like, I think.
I felt like he really
It's always hard when you lose the protagonist, isn't it?
exactly. Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
I
Michael
have
Scott.
cars.
Yeah.
It is because I hate him. Right, The Office UK.
Oh, the Brentmeister.
Yep.
Brentmeister General.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Critically, 95.
Okay.
Audience, 98.
Okay. Critically, 97%.
Oh,
Audience score, exactly the same as The Office US, 89%.
89. Interesting.
Yeah.
I knew that show would do well critically because
Yeah.
it was really it was quite like a phenomenon of the time, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, totally was.
And it really put Stephen Merchant, it did put Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant on the map.
Yeah, and then they went and made The Office US and
Yeah,
went
the
from
rest
there.
is history.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But anyways.
Well, on that note, thank you
that
so
note.
much.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. We put these out every Thursday. So do make sure you are subscribed to see when the next one comes out, which will be next Thursday, funnily enough.
You just said that.
I know.
You just said Thursday.
I
If we
know.
weren't clear enough, it's on Thursdays these come
Thursday.
out over on the YouTube. And they also come out on all of your podcastings, platformings, which are the Spotify and the Apples and all of those.
Yeah. Right. Anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And we will see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.